It's Chris from LazyLemming.com, and please excuse the bitches poster behind me is for a comedy video that you can check out on my comedy channel. It's very funny. But please enjoy the studio lighting that is reflecting off of me and shining off of me, because I brought this studio light from home and to Las Vegas so that you could enjoy it. But that doesn't matter, because today we're talking about Resident Evil Revelations Deuce. Capcom has accidentally revealed this game through a box art that was leaked on Xbox.com, or Microsoft accidentally did it. It's more likely Microsoft, because you know they control Xbox.com. But it was box art for the game. It had an eye, ugly zombie eye zoomed in, much like the first game's box art. But it said Resident Evil Revelations 2. They even spelled the name right this time. And it's presumed to be hitting the Xbox 360, PS3, PC, Xbox One, and the PS4. It is not presumed to be hitting the Wii U or the 3DS, which this first game debuted on. And the reason for that is because Capcom has been pretty explicit in their lack of support for the Wii U this year. Most recently, Mr. Street Fighter dude said that, sorry, we ain't got no plans for Wii U fans, but it's inevitable that a PS4 and Xbox One version of Street Fighter 4 something will happen. So, Capcom hasn't really been on the Nintendo train recently, which is odd, especially on the handheld front, because not only did Resident Evil sell well on the handheld, but pretty much all of Capcom's games sell well on Nintendo hardware. Monster Hunter not excluded. So, it's odd. It is odd. It is odd. Because the 3DS version of Resident Evil Revelations was initially a 3DS exclusive. But because of that, it sold the best on the 3DS. It's now on the Wii U and the Xbox 360 and the PS3 and the PC. But it sold the best on the 3DS. Sold the worst on the Wii U. It sold the best and the worst on Nintendo consoles. Odd. Or maybe not so odd, because maybe people that own the 3DS and the Wii U thought, you know, I already own this game, I'm not going to buy it twice. But who knows? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? I was personally a little bit turned off by the Wii U demo because the aiming was so fucked up. That's my thoughts. But it's presumed to be hitting every system but Nintendo systems. And to its credit, it's also probably not going to hit the PS Vita, which nothing is. But Capcom is going in this direction, and it's also pretty clear that it's not going to hit Nintendo hardware, because they also recently announced the Resident Evil, I think what do they call it, Origins or something, is the first Resident Evil remake that initially hit the GameCube with pre-rendered graphics. People really liked it back in the day, and now Capcom is doing a lazy port and pumping it back into your face, and it's hitting every system except, you guessed it, the Wii U. It's not hitting the Wii U, even though this debuted on a Nintendo system. So, it's kind of odd, but it's kind of not. This is the way Capcom's been rolling, but it's not just Capcom that's been rolling this way. I recently spoke about Ubisoft, who has said pretty much, we're not doing any more mature titles on the Wii U. It was also officially announced, I made a video about this a little while ago, that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will not be hitting the Wii U. This is the first time a Call of Duty game has not hit Nintendo hardware in several years. So that's not good news for Nintendo, because if you think about it, ain't a lot of first-person shooters hitting the system. There's a lot of first-person FPS games hitting other systems to the point of, like, disgust. Like, God, that's too much. But Nintendo can't get any. They can't get any. So I'm looking forward to Nintendo trying to fix that void themselves. Somehow, please, do it, for the love of God. That's my thoughts on this whole situation. I'd like to know your thoughts. Do you think that it's a mistake for Capcom to ignore Nintendo? I know this is a Nintendo kind of week for me. I've been doing a lot of videos about Nintendo recently, but I can't seem to help. So, do you think Capcom is making a mistake? Do you think they're just along for the same ride of the other publishers? The inevitable, like, well, it's a sinking ship, can't really do much about it. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd like to know. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more if you haven't already. Check out LazyLemming.com. Lots of great articles, news, reviews, editorials, tools. See you next time.